Psychology test. Psychology tests are conducted on second day of SSB. You should sleep well, be fresh in the morning, have your breakfast, and report at the auditorium or classroom where they conduct the psychology test. A psychology test is meant to check your psyche, what is in your mind. And there are 4 tests essentially as part of psych test. What is the first test? TAT, thematic perception test. You'll be taken to an auditorium or a classroom and you'll be shown 12 pictures. For every picture you'll see it for 30 seconds and you have to make a story for 4 minutes. Now essentially a lot of people take coaching, a lot of people do some preparation. So in the first and second story sometimes we write from our conscious mind. But because of time pressure, because of other things, our subconscious takes over by the time we come to the third story. These pictures are of day-to-day life happening. You can have a boy on a bridge overlooking a river. You can have a girl dancing. You can have some normal day-to-day picture. Essentially, you have to write a story. What should the story have? How many parts should the story have? 3 parts. What all parts should be there? One of you. Introduction, main body and conclusion. Or a past, present and future. Essentially, in every story, the writer projects himself or herself. This is where the psychologist gets a peek into your psyche. What do you see in a hazy picture? People say write positive stories, write interesting stories, write something of day-to-day happenings. And this is how stories are written on a picture which you see. This is something that you can practice. When you are shown a picture of a man standing with a mic in a classroom, what kind of story can you make? So this is what TAT is all about, thematic perception test. Close to 1 hour. There are 11 pictures, and what is the 12th picture? Anybody knows? Blank slide. So 12th picture is a blank slide. By this time, you will see something and you will write. Because you're under time pressure, your subconscious is taken over, and at this time, people write whatever comes to their mind without seeing anything. Sometimes people prepare and go and write something. Now essentially psychologists are experienced people and they get a peek into your psyche depending on all these 4 tests. First test is what? What is the first test? What is the first test? TAT. TAT, thematic perception test. Word association test. You will be shown a word for 15 seconds on the screen and you have to formulate a sentence. And you are shown 60 words in sequence. One word 15 seconds, sentence. The moment 15 seconds are over, the second word comes. Moment second word gets over in 15 seconds, third word comes. So suppose there is a word called table. So what sentence will you make with table? Okay, she's not going to make a sentence. Okay, good. What will you make with table? Cat is sitting under the table. I'll check. Okay, cat is sitting under the table. Good sentence. So similarly, you have normal day-to-day words. And since there is time penalty, you write what comes to your mind. So there are no right answers or wrong answers. But with every answer, you put the psychologist a peek into your personality. I think this is the best place where the mic works best. So have you understood that? So there are how many words? 60 words. How much time will you take for this test? So how much total time you will take for this test? If there are 60 words, each word for 15 seconds, so in how many minutes will the test complete? Okay, who has got the answer right? Stand up and say. 900 minutes. Second answer. 15 minutes. Third answer.
40 seconds.
Okay, answer in minutes.
4 minutes.
4 minutes. Okay, good. 900 minutes, 15 minutes, 4 minutes. Any other answer? Half an hour. Okay, 30 minutes. Good. Anybody else? Which group is this? Sleeping group. Anybody is awake here? Okay. This side is sleeping. Okay. This side, anybody is awake? Yes. Sorry. You adjusted. No problem. Anybody else? So what is the correct answer? Okay. 15 minutes. If you finish WAT, then you come to third test called SRT. What is SRT for? Situation reaction test. In situation reaction test, there are printed situation in the booklet. All this writing in a booklet. First 6 pages, 12 TATs. Then you have words, write the sentence. Then you come to SRT, situation reaction test. These are situations which you can encounter in day-to-day life. You are traveling in a bus and you lose your mobile. You are in a mall, a fire breaks out. You are going in a bus and somebody is troubling a girl. Nowadays they can ask you, you are going in a bus and somebody is troubling a boy. What will you do? So these are situations which are given, 60 situations like this. And you have to write an answer. Whatever comes to your mind, whatever situation, whatever way you choose to react to. And if you finish this, then you come to something called self-description test. What is self-description test? There are again one para on 4 answers. What do your parents think of you? What do your teachers think of you? What do your friends think of you? And what do you think of yourself? Okay? So this is something that, yes please.
So in that situation reaction test, how many situations are given?
There are 60 situations and 30 minutes. 60 situations and 30 minutes. Okay, good. I think I had messed out that in trying to move up and down. There are 60 situations, 30 minutes. Now, in my experience of heading a board of Coimbatore and Visakhapatnam, candidates sometimes have passed writing only 55. Because all situations are given. If you go in sequence, you write 55, somebody can make an assessment, somebody can write 60, somebody can write 30, because you are taking time. In WAT, there are situations that people leave some words in between. But in WAT, there is also there are some negative words in between. What is the negative word? Black. Blood. Okay, negative words can be like murder. There's a murder. What sentence will you make with murder? Okay, she will not make. Anybody? What will you make with murder? Who is asking this question?
The murder mystery was solved.
Murder mystery was solved. That's a good answer. So she has survived a negative word in a very intelligent way. Short squad leader. Okay. Mind. What sentence will you make? Okay, she will not make. Mind. Mindset should be clear. Okay, good. Good. So there are some negative words in between. Kill. What will you make with kill? She has taken 10 seconds to get up. Okay. Kill. Oh, okay. So these are traps. These are negative words in between. And where yes, kill. We can kill our laziness. Okay, good. She has survived. Good.
Our negative thoughts.
We should kill our negative thoughts. Okay, good. People are prepared. People are already had. So this is how you survive negative words. Suppose you write, I'll kill my teacher. What will happen? You'll go back to your college. You will not clear SSB. So this is how psychologist gets a peek into your mind. WAT, 60 words, 15 seconds each. Sometimes you don't have time to think. Some students, some candidates skip negative words. Hate. What will you make with hate? Aparna. What is hate? I hate her. Okay, hate. Yes. Hate your weakness. Okay, good. Anybody else hate? Who is SSB? Yes. Make a sentence with hate. I hate my mother. So this is okay. Good. I hate my. Somebody just said. Kill. Achha, okay, you're copying answers. Good. Suna nahi tha, acha. Don't hate poor people. Okay, good. So this is how you associate with words. I was conducting this capsule in KCT few days, 3 days back. That picture, no, that in KCT somebody we asked this exercise. Make a word with mind. Let me see who will make a word sentence with mind.
So waking up early makes your mind and body healthy.
Waking up early.
Makes your mind and body healthy.
Okay, good. Okay, good. Who is there? Yes, okay. I think in my zeal of walking, I lose the credits. Yes. My God, she is sister of that correct. In KCT also somebody said mind is a weapon. This is how people, you bring out your subconscious on what you are thinking. So we have discussed TAT, we have discussed WAT, we have discussed SRT, and we have discussed SDT, self-description test. What do your teachers think of you? What do your parents think of you? If you write exaggerated opinion about yourself in SDT, it will fall flat. Because psychologists, after going through your TAT, WAT, and SRT answer, will have a general idea about your personality. So then, if you are realistic about yourself, in the SDT, it goes in your favor. How do you know what your parents think of you? They keep giving you feedback. Every time you're leaving your towel on the floor, every time you're not doing this, they keep giving you, don't be lazy, work hard, look at her, look at him. Okay, this is what your mother tells her, don't drop him. So this is how, what your parents think of you, you have to write an answer. What your parents think of you, again you can't write some exaggerated opinion. Teachers will every time are giving you feedback in school and college. Read up and calm. Don't sleep in the class. Don't talk to each other. So it gives you an idea. How do you attempt SDT in a better manner? Use some words of OOTY which you have learned in the first session. What are the qualities people are looking at military? What is the first quality we discussed? EI, leadership is general word. Now we are talking about 15 OLQs. EI means practical intelligence and resourcefulness. RA, organizing ability. My teacher thinks that I'm organized. That is in case you are organized. My teacher thinks my friends think I'm persistent. My parents think I'm creative thinker. So these have to be realistic about what you are. My teacher thinks I'm sincere, hardworking, courageous, bold, risk-taking ability. So these are the ways you can describe yourself if you know what people are looking and what is the OLQ required for being an officer in the military. Have you understood? Can all of you attempt psychology test? Okay, good. So if you do TAT right, WAT right, SRT right, you come to SDT. Once you finish SDT, your dossier is complete. And this dossier will now go to psychologists in the board. Which is number 1, 4, 8, 9 will go to one psychologist, others will go to some other psychologist, and dossiers get distributed. And psychology test comes to an end. Now I advise some books to students and young people like you. What are the books I recommend to people? What is the first book? The Power of Subconscious Mind by Dr. Joseph Murphy. Essentially, how does our psyche get bad? Superficially wish our teacher, but inside we curse them. Superficially wish our father, but inside we have some animosity. These animosities inside spoil our psyche. We like somebody and say we are good friends, but criticize her behind her, or bitch about her, or maybe something like that. So this is how our psyche keeps getting. Our psyche gets spoiled by thinking incorrectly. So some books I recommend to students and young people like you all is The Power of Subconscious Mind by Dr. Joseph Murphy. Second book I recommend is As a Man Thinketh by James Allen. Third book I recommend is Thinking Fast and Slow by Daniel Kahneman. And fourth book I recommend is Art of Thinking Clearly. I will send this link to one cadet of you who can link up with me. Okay? And I will share the link. So these are 3-4 books you can read to know that thinking is one of the most important. You will link up my number.
Sure, sir. Sir, I have one question.
Yes.
What was the second book you said? Because as a man,
Think it. Think it. This is by James Allen. You're punching it in. Okay, just take my number, connect with me. I'll share the PIQ form and the names of 4 books. And anything else I will I'll mention in my talk. But you have to share it with others. Will you share it?
Yes, sir.
Are you on some group?
Yes, sir.
Trekking group? Are you know her? What's her name?
So they are from home.
I know, but you don't like her. Okay, but how will you share with everybody then?
I'll share their.
Okay, understood. So you take my number after this and I'll share all the links. So these are some books to read up. You will realize that all of us, the book of Art of Thinking Clearly is a very powerful book. There are 99 chapters on how we make mistakes in our thinking. And it is an everyday phenomena. How people make us think incorrectly, take us into manipulate our mind. So if you get your thinking right, you can be an excellent leader. What is the most important thing which Prime Minister Modi does for the country? Finds time to think and then take some decisions. Should you align with Russia? Should you align with Ukraine? How much should you align with Israel? How do you relate with Middle East? How do you relate with Pakistan? How do you relate with Iran? All this requires thinking. Your staff can give you some advice, but overall decisions has to be yours. So as a leader, since you have to take decisions, if you get your thinking right, then you will solve a lot of problems in life. Okay? Okay, good. So by this we come to the end of psychology test. If you get your psych test right, then day 3 is for GTO 1 day. Now GTO sees you in groups of 6 to 10. By stage 1, in stage 1 100 had come. By stage 2 there are only 30 to 40. Suppose there are 40, then you will be divided into how many groups? How many groups? 4 groups. Group number 1, chest number 1 to 10. Group 2 will have how many chest numbers? 11 to 20. Good, excellent. Group 3, how many cadets? 21 to 30. Now each of us is working. Group 4 will have which all cadets? 31 to 40. She is not interested at all. You want to go out for a walk? Okay. So these are the 4 groups. Now GTO will remain same for all the 9 tasks. It means chest number 1 to 10 will go to say GTO alpha. The GTO alpha will assess you for all the 9 tasks. Okay? So what is the first test on day 3 at 6:30 in the morning? The test is called group discussion. What are the rules for the night? Sleep early, wake up early. Wake up early, be ahead of the crowd, finish your routine, finish your breakfast. On GTO day you don't have breakfast because the tests are starting at 6:30. But you must have some tea, must have some biscuits, must stretch yourself a little. So GTO tests are all physically enduring. You have to be fit. The first test is called group discussion. You have to discuss on a topic. So chest number 1 to 10 with GTO alpha will call. Come here, chest numbers, sit in a semicircle. Now discuss on a topic. Topic can be what? Current issues. Current international and national issues. Russia-Ukraine conflict. Will it come to an end? European support to Ukraine. How is it helping? What else can come? Israel-Hamas conflict. India-Iran relations. What else can come? Any other topic for GD? What is happening in the world which can come in a group discussion?
Indo-China relations and also
Indo-China relations.
effect of
effects of COVID pandemic. Okay, COVID also may come, may not come. COVID is little old now, but maybe, right? So you have to think like this, and then you have to prepare also. So how do you prepare for GD? What is the best way to prepare for GD? Anybody? Somebody is giving me the answer. Yes. Somebody from this side. How do you prepare for GD? How do you prepare for GD? Smiling. Okay. Smiling is the answer. How do you prepare? By doing practice, by reading current events, by reading newspaper in the morning, watching news in the evening, read variety of newspapers, find time for newspapers, find time for TV news in the evening. Okay? Forget cricket for some time, forget Miss India for some time. Read up something which is happening in the world. Will India be a superpower? That can be a GD topic. G20, India's leadership in G20. What else can be a GD topic? Aditya mission. Okay, Aditya mission can be a topic. Good. Gaganyaan. Women's empowerment or role of women in the armed forces. Okay, good. Inflation. Normally, politics and religion is not covered, but otherwise, generic subjects, whatever you all have mentioned, comes as part of GD. Okay, Gautam Govinda. Gautam Govinda may not come in GD. I think she's talking about Govinda. You like Govinda? Who said Govinda? Nobody said. Okay, I'm reading. Yes.
Artificial intelligence.
Artificial intelligence. Yes, good.
One election, one nation.
One nation, one election. Yes, that can also come. Although politics is generally kept out, but you never know, it can come. But artificial intelligence is a good topic. Is cloud seeding useful? Yes. This can be a GD topic. So you cannot prepare overnight. You have to read new education policy. Okay, good. Brilliant. Okay. So have you all understood GD? Okay. This is the first time chess number 1 to 10 are watching each other. And that is the time they're exploring. Chess number 8 knows so much, chess number 7 knows nothing, chess number 10 is well prepared, chess number 1 is, chess number 1 and 2 looks like friends from college. So that is the time the group is exploring each other. And GD can be on 2 topics of 20 minutes each. Nobody is a leader as of now. Leaders will emerge. So once GD gets over, then you move to something called GP, group planning exercise. The group will be given a situation. You will be given a board. And you will say this is Nanjangad or this is KT. This is a hill here, this is a post office, this is a hospital, this is a river, there are a group of 10 of you, and there is a situation. There is an accident, the truck is overturned, the traffic is jammed, your friend is stuck, and you will have some situation explained to you on a board. And then you are asked to find a solution. How do you solve problems which are there on ground? How do you find problems? By listening, by watching the situation, listening to the briefing, observing. Are there some hidden resources? If there is a hospital there, what are the roads available? Then what are the emergencies you have at your hand? Then you prioritize the emergencies. Then you organize your resources and solve those problems which are there on the board. First, everybody will be asked to write down the solution, and then you will have to discuss and find a common solution. This is all group planning exercise. I am going a little fast because I know it is lunch time. Most of you will be dreaming of supper which is coming in your way, but we have to do this capsule. So, are you in for the capsule or want to head for lunch? How many of you are okay for the capsule? Only 10, 20, 30. How many of you want me to break off? Okay, nobody wants me to break off, so we have to continue. Okay. No, you have to raise hands, then only I can tell group commander 30 people want me to leave. But as of now, 20 are interested. Okay, good. So we have come, which is the second exercise we did? Group planning exercise. If you finish group planning exercise, then you come to something called progressive group task. What is a progressive group task? Now in GTO grounds, there are a variety of tasks. 80, 90, 100 tasks. Tasks are defined in an area of say maybe 10 meters into 10 meters on ground. You can have a task which is in this size of land, this size of ground. You will have some structures on the ground. And you all will be standing on the start line. When you stand on the start line, your task is to move from start line to finish line, not walking on the ground, but using those structures. Entire ground is out of bounds. Every part of structure also there are markings like red, white, blue. Red means, what does red mean? Army. On the ground when it is marked, red means you can't touch it, you can't walk on it. Okay? So then you have to use helping material at the start line and move from start line to finish line. What is the helping material which you have at the start line? Wooden planks, balli, which is a bamboo, and some ropes. And what you also have is load. It means if you are on the start line with 10 of you, you have to move from here to finish line without walking on the ground. So what do you have? Use this helping material, use the structures, move over and cross over to the other side. And so essentially utilize the principles of Falkara. See what is the length of plank. Length of plank is 1.5 meter. The first structure is at 2 meters. Now how do you do it? So those are the kinds of tasks which are there on the ground. What are the advice which I tell candidates? Get into the task. If you stand here, you will observe nothing. Step into the ground. Step into the task means use one plank, go on to one structure. You may find some solution. If you stand behind, nothing you will find. If you take interest, like some candidates took interest today, they had their first media bite already. Who all gave the media bite? Was it the first one? You took interest, you went up, you already are one media bite ahead of the world. So similarly, if you raise hand and take interest, you will find some solution to the task. If you keep hesitating and dreaming, then somebody else will get some idea. Now, progressive group task means your group 1 to 10 under GTO alpha has to solve 4 tasks in a line in sequence of increasing degree of complexity. That is why it is called progressive group task. Now nobody is a leader. Leaders emerge. Your tendencies to follow rules are emerge. Tendencies to break rules emerge. Your spirit of cooperation emerges. You display practical intelligence, or you don't display practical intelligence. You are able to think, or you are not able to think. So this is how GTO sees you over progressive group tasks, which are series of 4 tasks. Have you got some idea? If you finish PGT, then you will come to something called HGT. What is HGT? Anybody? Half group task. Okay. No, I was confused. So, are you from Tamil Nadu directory?
Yes, sir, Odisha directory.
Odisha. Sure?
Yes, sir.
Whenever I go to, where am I based and where am I posted? Where am I stationed? Who knows where am I coming from? I have come from where? Chennai. So Chennai there is a place called OTA. What is OTA? Officers Training Academy. While NCC has a lot of mercy on SW cadets, in OTA there is no mercy. So every cadet is given a haircut. Now there is no difference between a boy and girl when they are moving in Phoenix Mall. So once a girl cadet was entering a ladies' bathroom. So some ladies started shouting, "This is for ladies." She said, "No, I'm a lady." So this problem is happening now, but OTA gives a motherless haircut, and since training is so tough that everybody loses a lot of fat. So everybody looks very slim. And so this is the problem you are facing. So those of you who are planning to go to OTA, be prepared for such difficulties in life. Okay? So we were on which task? Half group task. Okay, only she is paying attention. So we were on half group task. Half group task, your group is divided into two. The GTO sees that one chess number 8 is not able to give ideas in a bigger group. So he decides based on his own assessment, he will split the group into two. Not in sequence of 1 to 5 and 6 to 10, in whichever sequence he wants. Allowing a candidate who is little shy, little less confident, to emerge in a smaller group. The task is what? Same start line. Next line is what? Finish line. Good. And what are the helping material he has? Plan, rope and bully. And what does he have? He or she have load also. And how many candidates are there? Either 10 or 5. This is half group task. Your group will be given another task to solve in whatever time that task is supposed to be solved. Are you all okay? Want to become officer still or given up now? Still interested? Ashwini. Which directed are you from? Good. Ashwini. Good. So we were on AGT. Once AGT gets over, then you all come to something called GOR. What is GOR? Group Obstacle Race. There are 4 rows of obstacles in a GTO ground. 1, 2, 3, 4. And how many obstacles are there? 6 obstacles. They're all in a series. There may be some walk on a beam, walk on a net, high wall jump, or jump and walk on a beam, net, and something like that. So this is what you are doing as a group. And you are given a snake at the beginning. Snake is what? A canvas tent rolled up. Once the group is given this tent, you can't drop it on the ground. So 10 of you are in a group. You start doing obstacle number. This line, you have to do all the 6 obstacles together as a group. And there are rules given that you can't, 3 people should always be touching this, holding the snake. Now you are navigating as a group. And the 4 groups are in competition. 1 to 10, 11 to 20, 21 to 30, 31 to 40. This is the GOR where people have some war cry. Vande Mataram, Vanakam Chennai, Jai Maharashtra. What is the Odisha slogan?
Jai Jagannath.
Jai Jagannath. Look at everybody is woken up now. So this is how people get excited in this. What Jai Jagannath? Now suppose everybody is, whatever they choose, Vande Mataram. So now in the group obstacle race, everybody is excited. You have to work together also, but you have to showcase yourself also. This is the place where I see a lot of people getting hurt. And then if you are weak, then people are pushing on the wall. If you are strong, you go up on the wall and pull other people. Because all 10 of you have to do the obstacle together. You can't, one cadet, she cannot finish first obstacle and leave the group behind. So this is a group obstacle race. Have you understood little?
Yes, sir.
Some of you say yes, otherwise I can't go ahead.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Very little yes, sir. No, because I have to cover the whole talk. Now, media also knows I am conducting this capsule. So only when you say yes sir loudly, it means I will move to the next topic. Otherwise, I'll keep repeating it. So have you understood GOR?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Now, Jai Jagannath is waking up now. So if you finish, which is the task I am talking about? Which is the first task? GD. Second one? GP. Third one? PGT. Fourth one? AGT. Good. Fifth one? GOR. If you finish GOR and still are not hurt and are not gone to hospital, then you will come to the 6th exercise, which is called lecturing. What is lecture all about? You all will be in your respective GTO group. We will give you a card where there will be 4 topics. You will be given 3 minutes to go under a tree and prepare. By the time chess number 2 to 10 will be seated there. When you come, chess number 2 will go and prepare for 3 minutes. After 3 minutes of preparation, you have to come and address your students on that topic which you have chosen. Topics are of very complexity, complex, little less complex. Choose a topic on which you can speak. Organize your thoughts. Have some past, have some present, have some future. Or have some introduction, 30 seconds, again 42 minutes, and conclusion, 30 seconds. Okay? Anybody who is feeling sleepy, just feel sleep. Don't look at me. I'm not going to wake you up. Sleep quietly, don't worry. Media people are gone. Nobody will take your pictures now. Okay? So this is lecture at all about. Choose a, you want to leave? You want to go out? Anybody wants to go out also is free to go out. And come back. So we are on exercise called lecturing. 4 topics. Choose a topic which is comfortable to you. Come back and speak to your group with confidence. What is it required? Awareness of current events. Newspaper in the morning, TV in the evening. Not TV means Bollywood and Virat Kohli, but serious business. NDTV, Times of India, or India Today, some news channel, BBC News, Al Jazeera also famous nowadays. PM Modi wants some of our channel to become global channel. He's not happy that our channels are not global channels. So if you get into this, then whatever lecturing topic will come, same things we discuss for GD, they can come and lecture it also. What do you need? Public speaking confidence, organizing your thoughts, and speak to your group. This will take you to end of GTO one day. And then you will go back, it will finish by about 11, and then you will come to day 4 when you have the second day of GTO test. What is the first test of second day of the GTO test? Individual obstacles. How many obstacles are there? 10. Each of them have got how many marks? 1 to 10. Individual obstacles. You want to clear CDSE, just now mentioned. CDSE, you have to pay attention. How many obstacles are there? 1 to 10. How many marks each? 1 to 10. Total will be how many marks? Total will be 100. 10 obstacles, each of 1 to 10 marks. 1 for 1, 2 for 2, 3 for 3. So 1 to 10 total will be how many marks? 55. Sleeping as the minutes. How many marks? 55. Total marks are 55. Now, what do you need for IOS? You have to be physically fit. You should have some good strength. You should have done some exercise in the before. You should be able to run, jump. That is how then only you will be able to attempt all these 10 obstacles in how many minutes? 3 minutes. So in 3 minutes you have to attempt 10 obstacles. Now generally GTO will walk you on the GTO area. So you have to make a plan. How do you do these 10 obstacles? Some of you will be comfortable with something. Some of you may not be comfortable. You will blow the whistle for one candidate. After 2.5 minutes, blow the second whistle. At 3 minutes, he will blow the third whistle. It means by 3 minutes, you start finished. Some people do 13 obstacles. You can only repeat after you do 3 times. Some people do 6, some people do 7. Some people don't do something. Some candidate, if she thinks that she cannot do this number 8 obstacle because it is jumping, she will make a route which is avoiding it and pretend that she has run out of time. What will GTO do? GTO will not blow the whistle. So that she will see whether she is scared or she is purposely avoiding. So when I went for my first SSB, I went for first SSB to which place? Allahabad. I was in Science School Talaya. So I was first time I opted for Army. Because Army always comes first to our mind. So I cleared ND exam. I went for SSB to Allahabad. And in GTO ground, when I went up on Tarzan sleep, I got scared. I said, who will catch the rope? What happens if I can't catch? So I came back the reverse way. What happened? I went back to Talaya. I did not clear the SSB. So second time I said, no, let me jump. Everybody jumping. I also improved my physical fitness little. I worked hard on myself. Then second assembly I was able to jump and catch, and that is how I'm standing here. So a lot of people have done, but also have not cleared SSB because it just indicates physical fitness sometimes. So GTO is entire comprehensive of mind and body, everything. It is not only physical fitness. Have you understood individual obstacles? There are how many obstacles? 10. How many total marks? Everybody is helping you. Don't worry. Okay. Once you finish individual obstacles, then you come to the next one called command task. This is the first time. Now you will be again given the same task which you did in PJT, HJT. Now you will have command task. Each of you will become a leader now, nominated leader. And you have to choose 2 members of your group and solve a task with the same helping material, same concept. But the task is to be done only with 3 people now. 1 command task and 2 team members. Chess number 1 will choose whosoever she likes in the group. Chess number 2 will choose whomsoever they like in the group. Chess number 3 will choose whose mind is sharp. Okay, chess number 3, if she chess number 3, she'll choose somebody whose mind is sharp. In command task, this is the first time that somebody has made a command. Now it is your idea which has to work. So people are there to help you. But it is not that you have to sit quietly, you also have to do. If you don't have an idea, she will choose somebody who is intelligent in the group, she will get some idea. But essentially you have to solve the command task. It is your way of choosing a team member. If you gel well in group, then people will choose you. If you don't gel well, then what will happen? Pooja, people will not choose you. That's all, nothing else will happen. Okay? So this is what command task is all about. I am shifting ahead because it is all down. Only some people are alert here. So I will conduct the capsule for only alert candidates. But I have to conduct. They say in college that learning is optional, but teaching is compulsory. So I am holding the mic. I have also slept in many classes, so that's why I have. Sometimes some of us like reading and learning. Some of us like listening. So that is why I have mercy on anybody who is feeling sleepy. So we are on command task. And if you finish command task, then what happens? You come to something called FGT. FGT is final group task. Again, same concept of all 10 together. Nobody is nominated a leader. And you are asked to solve this task. Okay, no talking, only sleeping is allowed. Now people are talking also. So talking candidate will have to report to commanding also then. I will report to Commodore Suresh. Or who is the DDG? Commodore Suresh. Who is the ADG here? Who is ADG of Maharashtra? Who is heading the NCC? Yes? Good. So in Maharashtra, all army directorates, Major General is heading, 2-star officers. In Navy Directorate, 1 star is heading, Commodores. Air Force also, 1 star is heading. That's the difference. Okay? So FGT is same concept. So this is how 9 group tasks are conducted in the same group under the same PD. Things to keep in mind: sleep early, wake up early, be in good shape, read, spare, dress well, dress comfortably, good pair of shoes, don't be a liability, be an asset, contribute, help each other. And don't break rules. Don't be arrogant, don't show off if you are the best. Group means everybody has to work. And GTOs wear goggles, they may be looking here, they may be looking here. So they observe you closely for 2 days, overnight test. If GTO finds you suitable, he will recommend you. If psychologist finds you suitable, they will recommend you. If you finish all this, then you come to the third technique called, which is the third technique. Which is the first technique I taught you. Sight technique. Second technique, GTO technique. The third technique through which we assess our personality is interviewing technique. We conducted personal confidential interview. Okay, let me just take a break of 2 minutes.